Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback on the keeper. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Got it looking for a first. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Gets open down the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Red Wolves look to keep this drive humming. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The aerial assault continues. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
On third down, going up top. He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Washington! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
On second down, wants to throw it. It's caught. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some back.
And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those old linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that play, you can get past that level.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Husky. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They're lining up to boot it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Connection to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Red Wolves moving quickly to the line.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Hewitt brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback.
He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Bet you could beat me in rigs.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second.
Bet you couldn't beat me in rigs. We can move out of here. Regular, just friend versus friend, regular team. Bet you lose.
Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They're down by 21 points, but you got.
Oh, you say you bet you will lose?
At least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think
let's play this.
Back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best.
Lost one deep down the right side.
He's
He's going
going
downfield for a huge gain.
They're going higher than Reds. I give my team. I ain't even got enough. You know what I mean? Coins to get good players like you got. I ain't got 199 players. We go to Reds stuff, bro. I smoke.
How about the long field all the way across the field? Big time play, big time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT.
Yeah.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made.
Good name, Juice Payroll. Juice _ Payroll.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. They're bringing heat. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
I run that play, too. I run that all-go play. That's my favorite play.
Down, now it's second and 11.
I ran that all.
To the air, it's Jordan. Pressure coming.
Let's see. You know what I mean? What you that did beside that, Ju? That's all you got, bro. You got easy touchdown. You ain't even work for a tutty yet. I ain't even seen you do nothing that I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Bro, come on. You know that's supposed to be a kick.
They have it at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that,
Word.
his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking for the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Red Wolves racing to the line in the hurry up. Backs against the wall, and they'll let it fly again.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. Quick completion on the out route. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Tempo in overdrive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Red Bulls! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more...
Yeah, bro, your squad, they straight, but I ain't really seeing you do nothing that I'm like, I ain't really seeing you do that, and I'm like, all right, you nice for real. You know what I'm saying?
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw it. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Looking to pass. It's Jordan. Feeling some heat. Puts him in the spin cycle. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top on first down. Going up top. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. Snags it down the right side. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive.
They like that. Like,
you know people can score points in bunches. This
that ain't no way that's going to happen. Really.
Scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Yeah, I'm on P5.
Scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. I bet. Juice. I'm going to score back around. Top 3. I'll have it back out. Kick it in. I'm going to send it. Oh, for sure. You already
From
know.
inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a...
Choose the skeleton. Choose the skeleton. Choose the skeleton. I want to see the Miles one.
Stop. Hold on.
Isn't that the new Miles Morales or this one? Which one? Why are you giving up? Why are we giving up?
Yo, yeah, it's time to beat your maker, man. It's gonna have that.
Hey.
Yeah, I got George.
Hey. I'm not George. I'm not George.
You finna get South Carolina?
What is right there? What is right there behind your
You wanna
eye?
play George? You wanna play somebody lesser?
Daddy,
I bet.
what is right there?
That's something that happened in my eye. Yeah, but no excuses, bro. I can get somebody else. All right. I ain't gonna do that, bro. 'Cause that's too much. That's doing way too much for that. All right, what about that? That's all right. Cool with that? Nah, that's too much. I want to get somebody that's kind of on their level. All right, bet that might work. Bet that.
Daddy,
What's up, man?
can I play now?
I'll
So,
play the game and let you play.
so, what did you buy?
So we're gonna play the football game. We're gonna play me. You gonna play Spider-Man?
So,
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on
I already know you think that that dude with the 99 speed, bro. It ain't gonna happen. He ain't gonna be able to. I already know you want that's up. Him and the dude on the D lineman guy. That's all South Carolina really got for real. Really? Yeah.
The Gamecocks will put total leather to crank us up. And they desperately wanted to attempt.
Well, have you ready, G?
But decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ready to fire from the pistol. Gonna run it. It's Sampson. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Vols want to crank the tempo.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
The expressway is wide open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Volunteers are flying down the field. He wants to throw it again. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
That's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That's caught. It's Bennett. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its
I'm glad, because bro, that pick I thought was a fluke. Oh, fluke.
Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
The Vols will hustle to the line. Looking left. Can't quite make the connection there. But let him a little too much.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves.
I ain't be like that sometimes, bro. I do. I ain't gonna lie. You misread. You gonna misread this game.
But convert here and you get some momentum. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before.
You know who that is.
For the first down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job.
Good shit. Read that.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Caught over the middle. It's Bennett. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
On the move. Great move. Now he's got room. And he
got a freebie.
into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Good shit.
And it's 7-0
Good
to
shit.
start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper.
But I got a whole playbook. I ain't even ready my regular
For the
offense.
fair catch here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Got his man on the right. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
South Carolina 7, Tennessee 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Volunteers in the hurry up. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. He's got him wide open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And the balls are moving quickly down the field.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to it. And the Volunteers will move the sticks. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's It's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They move the tight end all over. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Let us go, bro.
Yeah, and the passing
Hey, we finna run it up.
We need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On to attempt to try. Right down the boulevard. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out.
See how different it is when you ain't got a 99 Randy Moss with speed and all that. The game kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of even, you know?
Not going
Yup, AJ Green. My fault.
And the South Carolina
230. Oh my God.
Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching.
Come on, Brody.
Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown ball.
That's a bad pursuit angle, Brody.
Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Fair catch, called for and made. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking deep.
Come on, bro. You better than that, Juice. You better than that.
2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's wrapped up.
Ball game.
Solid return on the
Ball game.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Looking for a crease. It's Sampson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. He's got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Got out of trouble and throws. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee. That touchdown gives his team.
Ain't got nothing to say, bro. Get a better team. Get Bama, man. Don't only be like everybody else, bro. Get Bama. That's what it's going to take to beat me, Juice.
Make some plays. It doesn't always work that way.
With Georgia.
Man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it.
You ain't doing it with South Carolina, bro.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The sure hands, it's Brown. Makes the grab and he's dragged down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he'll run it.
Good shit, good shit.
Touchdown, South Carolina.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On second down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They go to the ground. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Yeah, I got 7.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
Hey, the table's done turned, Juice. The table's done turned. Where you at? This ain't cut. Told you the outcome.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Slides away. Now improvising. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get him.
And he reels it in inside the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
No way. I just tried something on that play, man. You weren't even supposed to get that. That was another preview. That was a preview. That's a freebie.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so off he goes. He's at the 40. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so...
Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They wasted no time.
Hey, if you don't score, that's ball game, Juice.
On their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Rides to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
See the defense, man. Come on.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. To the air. It's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off-play action on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Bought a little time, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. The play action fake. That's reeled in. It's Sanders. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch, ready to get the 1st down.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, game.
Touchdown, South Carolina. Number 13 hauls it in the end zone.
So
Like
he
he
took
goes,
a
bro.
chance
He
by
ain't getting
using a
one
timeout
to
on
down.
the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
I got you in the fourth down position, though, bro. You ain't got me in fourth down yet. So,
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute it.
Running toward the tape. At the 30. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown ball.
Love the play call offensively. They
It's just a little something,
was
something.
crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic.
come the turnover. Here come the turnover. Here it comes.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Tennessee 38, South Carolina 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a
Ball
loss of
game.
3. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Open runway ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down.
That was a great play.
Out of bounds.
Woo.
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
The luck is just too much for me.
To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads to the
Oh my
A
God!
hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's his fourth interception.
Told you, coming too, bro. You gotta read it. Read it, Juice. Read it.
I gotta lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT.
You too. Stop. You too.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
On second down, just keeps firing. Finds his tight end. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Sampson. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Unloads it left. Got it past the marker.
Too easy.
And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion.
Bro, that's my first time running. I'm going to tell you, like, I got shit, bro.
They're going to throw it again.
Yeah,
Just too much mustard on that one.
Man to man. Really, like,
Well, they're trying to attack the
sometimes they lose that, you know, that one-on-one.
Wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava, using his legs to buy some time. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you can be rolling out the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes...
I forgot about that 5 wide.
Got the lead and
Get
they
nasty
got the
with
ball.
it.
I love this offense. They were aggressive.
It was a GG, though. You know, anytime you want to run it, bro, send it. Send it. Don't get South Carolina, though. Just do not get South Carolina.
Big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Like on the weekends, sometimes through the week, you know what I'm saying? But like, man, you see my name on, you say, I don't never turn down nothing. So if you ever see me on and you send it, and you run it.
Here, he'll make the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L.
But I know that my team ain't that good, and what's in the
coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting lately.
Yeah, you did. I already knew coming in. I looked at your squad. I was like, and then I see the touchdowns. I was like, yo, they just screwed.
Just compete as hard as you can. So good opportunity to try to finish this game with something.
Yeah,
and that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Sir,
and they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2
you guys, I bet. Bet.